Hello, my name is Przemek and today I will show you how to work with duplicated or misspelled titles of courses in LMS Report. So first off, let's have a look at the raw data. So just open it up. I'm going to show you what we are working with. So this is a list of courses, completions, simple stuff. I'll just select all of that and then go back to my report, paste it, just remove duplicates, and let's see what we have. So basically we have two courses. One is managing difficult conversations and the other one is setting goals without a team. So you can see that we have a lot of variation, and the variation is because of the maybe a typo. So you can see difficult. We can see that managing was shortened to M and G. We have double spaces here. So there are mistakes or errors in naming the courses. And of course you could go, and that would be a preferred way, you could go to source, to LMS, and fix those issues. But if it's not possible, I'll show you the other way, like how you could manage that. So you can see this, what we're going to work with. I'll just close it. I'll show you the structure of a folder of a project. So this is working with duplicates. You can see I have a data folder for raw data and my report here. Of course, we're going to be working with Power Query again. So to start working, let's import the data. I've opened my report duplicates. I'll just rename it maybe report, and I'll just get the data. From the data tab, I'll click get data from file, from Excel file. I'll quickly navigate to a folder. Where do I have a data? It's here. It's data completion report. I'll just import that. Yeah, so it found out that it's in Excel, and I want everything from sheet number 1, and I'm going to be transforming the data. Once I click that, the Power Query Editor window will open. I'll just rename the sheet because it's not that informative. I'll just say LMS row. Let's keep it like this. And also what I want to do straight away, sometimes it might happen that you have like blank spaces at the end of the name or the title of a course. I can show you an example. It's here. It's invisible for a human eye, but it makes a difference. So to quickly fix that, I will select the course name column. I'll go to transform, and from format, I will pick trim. And trim allows you to get rid of those pesky blank spaces from the beginning and from the end of the title or any string, any text. So I'll click trim, and once it is done, let's go back. I'll show you how it changed, because now at the end we don't have that blank space. Cool. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna make, we need only course names. So we're gonna make a reference to that first query, to that first table. I'll just call it, I guess, titles row. Hopefully I'm not misspelling that. And now I'll select the column that I need. It's a course name. Right click, and then from here I'll say remove other columns. And voila, all other columns disappeared. And now all I want is the unique values from that column. So again, I'll right click on the header here, and I'm going to say that I want to remove duplicates. And we should have 9 examples of unique titles. So far, so good. Now we're going to work a little bit in Excel. So we need to exit Power Query, but we need to save, of course, the data or the work that we've done. So I'll say click close and load. I'll choose close and load to. And for now, I'm going to say that I want to only create a connection, because we don't need, to be honest, we don't need that data at this moment that much, only portion of it. So you can see it opens a queries and connections window here, or addition to what you see. And now I'm going to create a new sheet that will be a working sheet. So I'm going to go and call it change titles. And in here, if I'm in A1 cell, I'll go to queries and connection, select titles row. You remember we have 9 titles there, and right click and say that I want to load to from the options here, load to. I'm going to say that I want a table and click OK. So immediately it will create a table, a reflection of what we could see in the Power Query editor. And now I'm going to say that this is fixed title. And this is a moment where you maybe need some help from people that are managing those courses, because you need to agree what's the correct title. And in this case, I'm going to assume that the correct title is this one, with the one change in the spelling error. So it's going to be difficult conversations. And I'm going to be spreading that across all other titles. And for now, I'm not caring a lot about the country or the language identifier here. And with this, I really like this phrasing. So I'll just do it like that. Just make sure, you see, no blank space at the end. And now we are good, and this can be edited at any point, and I'll show you that in a second. But as of now, we need to bring that back to Power Query. And to do that, you go to Data here at the top, and then put a cursor or a selection within the table, and then say you want to import the data from table range. And one more time, we are back in Power Query Editor. I'll just rename it to titles fixed. It's done. Okay. You can see what we've typed there. The additional column that we've added is now here as well. And now we need to somehow connect this LMS row with those fixed titles. How to do that? We can do something that is called merge here, but it's like similar to VLOOKUP, at least on this level. So let's select LMS row. Then in the Home tab, you navigate to Combine and Merge Queries. I'll open the list and we're going to merge it as a new query. So just hit that. And now I see that it is like the wizard asking what I'm gonna merge. And I'm gonna be merging my first table, and my key, like a VLOOKUP key, will be a course name. And the second table is the one with titles fixed. And where I'm gonna be looking, where I'm gonna be matching, is the same column name, right? It's that like a VLOOKUP, it's gonna be searching this phrase in this column. And you can see straight away on the preview, it will match all records on the first table. So it's capable of finding everything, which is good. And I'll click OK. Rename it. So I'm going to go and call it LMS Report. LMS Report. LMS, not KMS. All right. So I got LMS Report. I'll just click on the side and you can see what happened. We have everything that existed within LMS row, and we have this additional column that for now contains tables. And table means that for this row there are more than one kind of values. That's why it's stored as a table. To get rid of that, to be able to see everything in one row, you can click on those two double arrows here and select which fields you would like to expand so they are visible as a separate columns. Because we have a course name already, I don't need that. I only need a fixed title. So I'll select the last one. And because it's a self-explanatory name for a column, I don't need to use the table name. So I'll just uncheck this one and click OK. Straight away, you can see that we have those fixed titles. I'll just move it on the side. And probably we are done here. So I'm going to go and close and load. And I'm going to load it. For now, let's create connection. It should be loaded. Let's go back to the report. I'll just put my cursor here at the top. And I need to make sure that my LMS report, I'll just select that from the queries and connections, is loaded into a data model. So I'll select that, right click, load to, and I'm going to say that I want to add it to a data model. It should load in a second. And now I can insert a pivot table. So I'll go to insert at the top. I'll say pivot table from data model. I'll put it in here. And now I see my table because it's also visible that we've created here. But I want this LMS report and I want to show you how it looks right now. So with fixed titles, we have only 2 courses, right? That was the assumption. But now you can see how they vary in terms of titles within those broader categories or the general topic. And you can see how it can easily aggregate that. But imagine that something happened and someone says, no, we don't want managing, we want M&G. That's shorter, like sounds more serious, whatever. So what you can do, this is kind of user-friendly because anyone who can change the values here can interact with the report as well. So what you can do, you can just flip the titles here. So let's see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do like this. I'll just do it like that, and then I'll grab managing, and I'm gonna replace all of them because that's the new way of calling the managing. And I'll replace all, click OK. And for now, it's not going to be visible here. But what we can do, we can go to data and refresh all. And in a second, the change happened. You can see M&G difficult conversation, it's here. And it works in multiple ways because, of course, if you would like to use some kind of a formulas here to get the data to create a string, a title, you can use that. You can also, if it's needed, you can keep the name. So you could just easily copy the language indicator here the way you want. Yeah, and I guess that's all. Thank you and see you soon.